Qualifiers. Na'Vi are out right up in the north with Ghost. Ghost exiting earlier than they have done on the other games, but then they do prefer it up there.
That's true, actually. Yeah, they I think might be going for vehicles or something. If not, I'm not sure what their plan is. We'll have to see.
Very spread out here. Secret Ghost and Na'Vi all taking those compounds in the north.
Maybe they're just expecting more northerly circles because we've had a few.
We
you
have
can never quite tell, can you? Our casters are ready. Porosaurus is ready. Cameron Davis is ready. We're going to our final game of day 3.
Yes, we are ready, and I hope the players are, because they're certainly dropping out of the sky, but if they're not ready, well, it's too bad because the games are moving. They've had 4 games before now, so I'm sure they are warmed up. Certainly, at this point, they are ready to play some PUBG, and all of them are out of the sky, going to their own designated drop points. I say designated, they kind of had to fight over them a little bit. It's a bit easier on Miramar to basically stamp your foot down, say this is ours, but and some intra fighting a little bit. I'm curious to see if V5 and WTSG are going to fight each other again. But ooh,
there we go.
All right,
that's not bad.
Not terribly north.
A nice little normal circle there, kind of centering just to the west of Power Grid. You can see Na'Vi now looting up in Ahumada. Torre Ahumada.
We have to work on our Spanish pronunciation.
I think I just hit the Spanish pronunciation with a hard Asian flair. That's what I bring to the table. All right.
So this circle is going to be particularly good for MVP Knights and Tainted Minds. It's actually going to be quite punishing for Na'Vi, Secret, Ghost, and as well as a little bit towards Optic and M19 because they're going to have to rotate through all the other teams that are more central to get to the opposite side. And if you're a team like V5, WTSG, or even Method, you're close enough to center, even being more on the eastern side, that you may not necessarily want to push even more towards the west side. I wouldn't be surprised to see all, if not most, if not all the teams that I just listed outside of the circle to take a long rotation to try and come in onto the western side, because that's the one that is most likely to be empty. Guess some flyover shots of a bunch of the teams looting up as they do, taking it slow, not a lot of action early game Miramar. Optic down here, back at Los Higos, because the plane went right over it. MVP, actually, they're actually just now arriving to their city, El Pozo, to continue their loot. And this is actually going to be really, really good for them. They want to make sure that they find a spot in the hills just east of it, because there are a number of fields around them that they don't want to get caught rotating through. But MVP, they actually like to wait in their city. I call back to Erangel and Yosnaya and how, compared to M19, who they shared it with, they tended to leave their city a lot later.
Yeah, and we can see here Knights looting up. We saw previously Team Secret. They have 2 of them in El Alzahar and then 2 in Tempamala. I'm just going to give up on any pronunciations at this point altogether. But Ghost is now leading Tierra Blanca, Crew de Val, and Ghost McCoy all by himself, kind of looting the anonymous compounds just to the south of that area. But as you said, these guys all having to rotate into this northwestern part of the circle. They are going to have to make their way past Na'Vi, through Secret, through Ghost, and decide where they want to go. And we have been seeing a lot of long rotations come in from a lot of teams, in particular Ghost. They do like to go bring it around. Shots coming out on 17. Shoot, Kramer. Not going to land anything, but we can see in the kill feed that Vampire Game has taken out JJ Leo from Divine. So that is going to be Divine playing with 1 man short, as Shu is going to go ahead and get back onto the road. Vampire Game. Yeah, there's that poor dead body right there. Looks like he might not have had too much loot on him. He didn't spend a whole lot of time going through rifling through his possessions. Watch
this. Show needs to walk out because he did arrive in a pretty central location, going to be coveted by Team 17, but he is surrounded by Knights. Drayden here specifically. And there's actually an angle held by Krema, I believe, as well. You can see those shots and then followed by Drayden. Get him very, very low, but not knocked just yet. Shu wants to get behind cover. About 10 HP to his name. Not be able to finalize the kill just yet, but Show is now on the run. Trying to hide his way away. Drayden still needs to run up. More shots come through on the crossover, but he finds the angle, is able to find the final shot back. Able to finalize that kill and to secure this location for the Knights. Once again, we see Team 17 trying to go center and it not working out for them.
Yeah, now Juxi also finding himself in the same compound as Texas. Texas actually more concerned with the transitioning Vega squad just off to the side. It's going to take a few shots, but nothing going to stop Vega from keeping their transition going. The convoy is going to keep moving out, but Texas could end up coming into contact with Juxi here, and that's going to be the shot. Texas gets taken so very low with the AK, but he's going to survive for now. The grenade coming out. I'm not sure where he's hoping that goes.
He thought
he went back behind the RV. Unfortunately for him, not the case. Texas making his way into the compound. So Juxi just going to hold this angle down for now, not wanting to push, but he is getting support now from Benchu.
Yeah, here's the vehicle go away. He wants to run out. Texas may not be able to get out of here in time, depending on the line of sight. Juxi with the spray down.
Oof.
Doesn't really land any shots just yet into Texas. He's still trying to return because support from Benchu has arrived, and that's 2 rifles trained on his vehicle. But Texas seemed to have gotten just far away, but he's going to be driving right past, I believe, Vega. We're going through. Shade also driving past an opposing team. Is going to be Fiend from Secret. But here comes Texas right through the firing range, set up by Vega. He actually crashes, has to pop out. Vehicle rolls away. A little bit of a distraction for Vampire Game, but he is stuck behind the, I guess, scenery vehicle. A grenade's going to come out. It's actually going to be a smoke from Vampire Game, I think. No, that was a full nade, but it didn't go far enough. He's going to lay out a smoke of his own to try and block any cover, but Texas, always the guy from Knights to get taken out early. Oh, that nade's still not going to go far enough, but the shots from Tainted Minds to the south is still hitting him. Slowly chunking him down, chipping him down. About half health.
Just add this to the long list of struggles that Knights have had in the early game today, as now Texas looking like he is not long for this. Well, Drayden actually going to provide a little bit of support here. Can they get in there? Nope.
What?
Nope. Drayden just going to die. He's going to. I guess he got shot off the bike, and now Texas is going to go down as well. So that is now 2 for Knights going down. Man, you got to wonder if at that point you just leave Texas to die.
We've seen this happen before where players go down, they're out in no man's land, and whenever a teammate tries to go out and save them. Actually, this happened to Vega, I think, about 2 games ago, a similar situation, and now Knights are losing 2 instead of just 1. It's going to be up to the other 2 remaining players. Ooh, Divine, they've also lost a second, this time to Raffi. Levis is now out of this on their own transition. It's just Jet. I believe 1 more player. Kramer. Oh, it's Larson finds Kramer. What is happening to the Knights? They're now down to just 1 player.
Gaxi gets taken super low. He's going to be able to hide behind this rock. He doesn't have a helmet. He needs to be careful how hard he peeks this with the little amount of health he has. Boxic just trying to get out of there. He wants to try to survive for as long as he can. He gets taken to half health, and now he's getting shot at from Victory 5 as well. Knights just having the worst game that they could actually hope for.
They're looked at as one of the better teams in EU, one of the...
And they are.
Yeah, they
really
usually are. They're looked at to be one of the teams that should be a shoo-in for the top 8. But this game, it's really not looking that great. On the leaderboards, they are currently sitting at, if I can find them, 2nd place. So even if they do go out in 16th this time around, it's not going to be the worst, but still not exactly a sort of result that you want to see for this team. Yeah, that was a nice shot by him.
Quick flick there. They are able to get that res for Method, and now Method 4 men strong. Divine Jet, one of 2 players left for this squad. Doesn't have any support from his other teammates, so the grenades are going to come out, and no, that's just going to be rough for Jet. Oh, it manages to hit the windowsill. That is unfortunate. So Jet now holding down the corner. Does have a nice little Groza here. It's going to be dangerous for them to push into. And that's the thing. Even though they're 4 men strong, they don't want to push this too heavily because you don't want to risk losing just a random person.
Jet, okay, so he's peeking out the side because he wants to try and put pressure and keep them away, but it's still 1v4 and overstepped. Another nade. This one is going to go through the window. He's going to get knocked, which is good because it's actually very difficult to try and breach the top floors there. So the fact that they're able to get that knock, I don't know if they're aware that it's just Jet inside. They may think that there is a second, but it shouldn't be too long before they slowly push in and realize that they have now taken over that place entirely. Yeah, here are Ghosts coming off of a good game and then a poor game. Going to try and put this one into the former category. Still 4 alive into the circle, just barely on the edge though, but it's a good spot for them for now. They did have a rough rotation into this circle from their loot spot. And so they're going to wait for the second circle. They're going to keep themselves slow right now and see if they can't take advantage of wherever the second circle goes. They are in a position to potentially punish Secret's own rotation, but Na'Vi rotating themselves. And they're actually getting
just
shot.
throw it in reverse. Why
Yep,
not?
why not? That's what the car wants to do, I guess. Driving down. Poker's going to be able to make his way onto his teammate Shade safely. Employing a split right now, Na'Vi, but oftentimes you do see splits quickly grouped up into a single group of 4, and actually looking at where Poca is driving, looks like that may be the case. We're going to see how far away these players are comfortable staying. Drainage and Uba on the south, Shade and Poca on the north.
So yeah, it's going to be pretty quiet here until we see this next circle pop. You can see Secret has already found a home inside the circle. The rest of their team should be joining them very shortly. Gen G has made their way into the southwest of the circle by Graveyard, playing it very slow and patiently as usual. Not one of these teams that likes to crash center very hard. Gen G, they're either coming in very late or they're playing the edge.
Yeah, and so they're going to be sticking to that strategy. A crate's going to be coming down right on top of WTSG. This is going to be even better for them coming off of a victory, getting that early kill as well, but they are going to have to worry about Na'Vi just over the ridge to the left. Uba maybe wanting this. You see on the minimap the next circle has pop, but that was a quick acquisition of those items inside, but Larson needs to watch out because Uba crests over there. Larson may get shot in the back, but I think he's about to make it just in time. But Galaxy's coming up to pick items. I'm assuming that Larson then dropped himself, if not the Mark 14, depending on if Larson left it or not. Uba not going super aggressive over that ridge, but he does spot out Larson. Doesn't take the shot just yet once they line up. There you go. The shots
nice
come through. They do land, but it is level 3 armor, so it's only going to do bare minimum damage on that.
Yeah, you can see Uba actually holding on to 1 first aid kit, 1 boost right now. He doesn't want to get into a prolonged back and forth fight with these guys. The rest of his squad already making their way into this next circle up on the north side. They are aware now, though, that WTSG is where they are at. Meanwhile, M19 still finding themselves in got a little 2-2 split going on here, kind of towards the center. They are trading some shots back and forth here with Method. 17 Gaming dead center, and have a little bit of a high ground here to work with and can take shots at anybody who comes around. Shandian trying to rotate through, gonna get away from MVP, but Victory 5 still trying to find a place to call home. He needs to be careful here. He's rushing right up onto Tainted Minds.
This isn't good for him. Shandian trying to scout out, but the shots come through, and he's able to pull his vehicle over the ridge before he loses a... Okay, he didn't lose a tire, just a little bit of damage onto a couple of them. But all 4 are still intact for now. He's just going to stop on top of the hill. If we get a free moment, though, I'd like to show the map because I don't think we've seen where the second circle has gone. But Victory 5 and Tainted Minds, they are in a little bit of an engagement right now, depending on if Victory 5 want to go for this or not. Another 2-2 split employ, this time by the Aussies and Tainted Minds, and they're getting shot at from a couple of different angles.
Yeah, it looks like they were concerned with trying to see if they could get an angle onto Method, but meanwhile, Optic pushing them back into their shack. As Welcome to South George is now staking the claim onto the southwestern part of the power grid. Should be safe here for now. Nothing really around them. As everybody is, for once, we're actually seeing some pretty safe transitions coming out with this circle being the way it is.
Yeah, it's a rough shift down towards the south, but it seems that no one's getting punished for it just yet. I was afraid for Secret, especially driving through Na'Vi. Right now it's going to be Method being able to keep their spot still with the circle shift onto them. If you remember, they stole this away from Divine, from Jet specifically, and now they're laying shots all into Tainted Minds.
They didn't even leave him a single tire.
Yeah, all the tires are gone.
This man hates tires.
This has actually been really bad for Tainted Minds. This isn't the reason why 2-2 splits have seemed to be a little bit on the against the meta for a lot of these teams. It's just Tainted Minds decided to split in a shack with very little cover around it, and so now those 2 players are stuck. Then again, that may be why they actually ended up in that shack. We didn't see how they got there. I don't know if it was a conscious choice, conscious decision, or if they ended up having to pit stop there due to being able to make it to Juxi and Benchu. We'll see what happens later on because it is a pretty central spot.
Yeah.
It could still stay in the circle and be a pivotal location to allow Tainted Minds to get inside the circle later on in the game, but a split like this being overlooked by both Method and Victory 5 could spell their doom.
Yeah, well, you know, every tournament ends up forming its own meta over time. You can see Turtle making his way past X-Quest right now. He should be safe. Doesn't look like the shots are going to land. He's speeding through on that motorcycle. The rest of his squad going to be just behind him. He has found a nice place to call home. But yeah, going back to it, 2-2 splits usually are, the way to go. They're generally a smart play. You can get a lot of information. You get lots of multiple angles of fire. But as we've seen over this tournament, 2-2 splits just kind of proving a little bit dangerous because it just kind of puts you in a position to where you're getting rushed by 4-man squads. And especially on Miramar, where there's so many different, the geography and terrain makes it difficult to support each other when you're in these 2-2 splits. It might be something that these teams might want to start steering away from.
Yeah, and that actually does seem to be the case. Oftentimes, whenever I've pointed out a split, they've quickly grouped up. They've stayed just long enough for me to point it out before removing it.
And it's just the meta of the
M19
tournament,
another split. This one's not too far from each other. It's across the road, so they have some good angles onto each other. Here is the circle, and it's going to hardship again south. M19 once again getting the circle directly on this location. And those two players on the northwest of them, I wouldn't be surprised if they immediately got in their vehicles and went to join Konstantin and Bachulin, and it looks to be that is exactly what they're doing, but they need to worry. Oh, Turtle especially needs to worry because XQuest is driving directly onto their location. Optic now also using their opportunity on the edge to get a more central spot to get closer in and to then gatekeep people coming in from the northwest. Turtle taking the shots on the XQuest. He is all that Ghosts need to deter. No, I lied. They stopped. XQuest have stopped.
You cannot deter the Chinese teams from pushing you. They know that Turtle is here by himself. They are going to stop and fight this out. Turtle gets taken so low. The rest of his squad is now arriving, though. Turtle's going to stop peeking for now and allow himself time to heal up. Xiaodu and Cobra taking very low. That's going to be Cobra going down to McCoy. Xiaodu still hasn't gotten the meds off. Now it does. The grenades are coming in, though, and that's going to be him going down to Elajan. So M9 Ghost actually winning this fight for this compound. That is exactly how you need to play this. If you have a solo player all by himself, you need to provide them support. M19, though, trying to defend themselves from Method. As a lead player is going to get the angle. He's going to get Etsy, but he's going to go down to Raffi. Example going to try to get the angle here to try to get Raffi in the hay bales. But he's not going to find it just yet.
They also need to worry because they're getting crushed from both sides. It's being pinched now by Method. An Example needs to make sure that he is also not caught out by Mole Man, as well as X-Chris on the opposite side. He's sneaking through this back hallway, seeing if he can't finish off 8C, but Raffi is there as well, trying to give his teammates some support. Has a smoke in hand potentially for the potential revive. Oh, a nice nade, though, is going to do a lot of damage. Doesn't get the kill, though, and that may bait Raffi. Yeah, but it's in the smoke, so it's going to be a blind revive. Example going to be healing up now as well, and the sound of the smoke is going to keep any of them from recognizing the other one is right there. Example, though, peeking over the wall. That drop of his feet may be enough to alert 8C and Raffi, but they're going to pull away. Example, with the wide flank, may have an angle onto 8C.
These smokes. The smoke saving them, saving 8C, saving Raffi, saving Example for right now. But I don't think it's going to last very long. Method thinks that Example is in the second floor of this building. They're getting rained down on, though, from the other two teammates from M19. Example getting protected for now, but he's still going to find a way out of here at some point.
Putting some more smokes out, refreshing them, and he's not the only one left on his team. He does have his two teammates on the hill just below him.
No.
Ooh, Divine is eliminated in 15th. But a lot of damage also put onto Secret and Tainted Minds.
Secret down to just one player. Example going to try to get into the vehicle, make his way out, but no, it's not going to be enough. As he is going to go down, he valiantly tried to get that escape off, but Batulian and Constantine could not provide him the angle and the cover fire he needed in order to make it out of that alive. So now this is going to be M19 down to just two players. Na'Vi getting pushed on by Hypoc right now. Hypoc's going to get the down. They do need to get the res onto Baja, though, as Drainus is just to the north trying to find a way to maybe get an angle, but they are going to pull off of this as the kill is finished.
A good, I guess, push out from their compound. Optic to defend against Na'Vi. It caught Na'Vi completely off guard, and now Na'Vi are just down to 2. Didn't want to commit onto the engagement onto that compound, and instead decided to continue to swing south. M19 still 2 alive, but it was in fact, a successful take by Method onto that compound, stealing it away, and it is dead center. But the circle is about to finish once again. And we're going to see where the next one takes us. Is it going to be another Southern hard shift onto M19? No, it's going to be pretty much dead center. M19 and Method with the 2 central compounds with Ghost, V5, and Gen G already on a rotation to go to the hills and get a central spot.
M19 needing to be careful here, and Gen G is coming right down their throats as Victory 5 still haven't looked like they haven't made a decision just yet, but MVP already low, actually coming out of the blue here, pushing right into this compound. Method raining down some shots onto Ghost. They should be able to get the res here. But the angles, they're just sending shots back and forth at each other, wrecking the armor of each team. This Ghost Turtle trying to get vision up here onto Gen G. You can see the shots coming out. Nothing landing, it doesn't look like. But Ghost, they can play this really safely. They don't need to peek this very hard.
A good spot taken from Gen G. It looks like 55 may want to go that position, but 47 Gamer does get discovered. And Team 17 is going to go out in 13th to Vega, trying to crush onto the building. Vega still aren't inside the circle, though. And you see Optic on the side. They've actually pushed even further in to get yet another compound free. And Poca does get knocked by Raffi. It is just Drainy's left, and he is not in the circle himself. He can go through where Optic have now left free, but that's still not inside the circle. And with how late it is, there may be no place safe. Allergen gets knocked again by Pang. And Turtle is knocked as well, so Ghosts need to revive their teammates. But Turtle being outside could make it quite risky, and MVP looks like they're actually going on the aggressive.
Wow, they got the 2 knocks. They know exactly what they're doing. They send 2 in to try to finish it off. They know they're in a 2v2 here. They do get the res off on Allergen, but Turtle is still down. Gallic and McCoy need to be careful. Oh, here comes, and look at them. They're swarming. Pang's going to go down to Balak.
Nope,
McCoy gets siege. Pang's down now. This Ghost defending this extremely well. Young Tang gets the down onto Balak and the kill. But Young Tang, the last remaining player up for MVP. He gets Allergen. He's going to... Oh, he gets killed off by McCoy with a drop shot.
Yeah, the prone coming down.
And that's going to be MVP going out in 12th.
Yeah, he should be able to get the revive. An ambitious push with the 2 knocks, and it was almost successful. But fortunately for Ghost, McCoy and Balak were able to turn it back in their favor. Method, though, they've had a relatively easy time comparatively. Long-range shots onto Vega, taking a lot of damage. Actually, Chris is taken down by Bachelin from the opposite direction. Should still be able to get a revive onto that player, though, but Raffi, it's going to be a smoke to try and stop the shots, but Bachelin, his shots through the window are still enough. Vampire game gets finished off by Raffi as well, but they have to worry about the angle from Optic onto the top left.
And now Gen G also pushing down fire onto them as well. Method holding this compound down. It's unfortunate they not only got a down player, but they were able to finish off the kill before they were able to get the res. M19 down to 2 players right next to Gen G. Drain is just trying to snake his way in and stay alive as long as possible here. Looks like he might have gotten spotted out by Victory 5. Optic still raining fire down on Vega. They have Vega pinned down in this, I don't know what you call it, the haystacks. That's going to be it for that bus.
Still good cover now that it's blown up, though. Kemba confidently hiding behind. Let's see what the next circle is, though, because they're wide on the edge, and they're probably not going to get it. Drum roll.
Whoop.
It's going to be center, slightly south, again on M19. Method are in a good position to gatekeep everyone else from the north, and Ghost, they're just barely outside, and they're going to have to push over a road into the hills controlled by M19 and Gen G, and they're going to have to fight against WTSG from the south in order to take that, as well as watch their angles from Optic. Method, though, are keeping Optic pinned down for now. The decision that Optic make, it's going to be crucial here because they're actually able to keep all 4 alive into what's now becoming the late game, something that's been a bit hard for them so far. Their attention is now on Vega. They want to make sure that they clear out this duo that is left up on the northern side. But again, they can only wait so long.
They can't be worried about Vega right now. Vega is essentially dead. So and now they should be able to get this res onto Hetror, but they have to worry about where they're going to go next.
Yeah.
The Vega's not going to, I mean, obviously you want to get the kill points, but Vega is not what you need to be worried about. They need to be worried about how they're going to get in this next circle, and we've seen this multiple times across this tournament where Optic just tries to push in late, And even as 4-man, they just end up getting destroyed when they should, you know, come in and at least make some kind of attempt at a fight.
Yeah, the problem is that they leave Vega. That opens the possibility of someone being able to backstab them and then being caught between 2 separate teams. And so the fear is always there. But I mean, I still kind of have to agree with you how I feel like they're leaving it a little late each time, but there aren't that many places. Hypot gets dropped to 8C, gets finished off as well. Landren down to Gaxi, actually stole that away from Gen G, but that is still Victory 5 having to push in from the south, pushing through WTSG, but WTSG, they want to make quick of this engagement because they're not in the circle themselves. Using the Mark 14 that Gaxi has now picked up, gets a knock. Low health himself, but he has at least a little bit of a tree trunk to hide behind, and the blue pushing in on Victory 5 is going to put pressure on them that WTSG don't necessarily have immediately, though they aren't too far from the blue themselves. Lars for another shot into LSN. Gaxi trying to toss out a grenade to finish off Shandian. Oh, I think it's going to make it. It's going to be the final explosion. There we go. Victory 5 taking out in 11th, top 10.
That's going to be 2 up still for WTSG as they have now control over this entire southeast side of the circle, but Gen G just off to their west. Interested to see where Gen G decides to transition to from this particular position that they're holding right now. You can also see Optic has managed to get 3 in. Oh, that's going to be Kippy going down, and that's going to be it for Vega Squad.
That's Drainus as well. So that's Na'Vi eliminated, and then immediately after, I believe it's going to be Secret out as well. So now we're just down into 7 teams. McCoy is down. It's just going to be Allergen left for Ghost. And so in a matter of seconds, it was only a couple of the final snakes was suddenly picked up. It's now just XQ and Allergen with single individual players left in this. Everyone else has at least 2, and a lot of them, well, only 2 of them, I guess, have a full squad of 4.
Ooh, that's going to be Bahawaka going down to the play zone. That's unfortunate. Right on the edge, I suppose, just trying to get his way in. You can see Welcome to South George using this terrain to their advantage. They don't want to give away too much. The next circle has popped, and it is going to go a little bit more to the south. So Method's going to have to move, but M19 and Gen G still in a pretty good position. You can see Loki off to the northeast here from the rest of his squad. Should be picking up any information on anybody trying to move in. But M19 is still feeling safe right now.
WTSG trying to grab a pick onto Gen G so they can make that final little bit of couple of steps to get inside the circle. But are they going to be aware of Loki's off angle? But right now it's actually going to be Moleman from Method taking the shots onto Optic. Method do need to get into the circle themselves, and it's going to start closing in under 20 seconds. Not able to land the shots, though. They may have to get forced into bombing into the circle directly into M19. Once again, they were successful at it before, but this time around could easily get third-partied. No. Uh-oh. Is Rafi aware of Max?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's definitely aware of Max.
They want to clear this out before they move in. Actually, grenade's not going to land on him, though. They don't want.
It dealt a bit of damage. It dealt a bit of damage. It didn't get the kill, but does it get the heal off in time, or is the blue going to be enough? Oh, no, just barely. Only a matter of maybe a couple of milliseconds left, but it's going to be XQuest going out in 7th place.
Allergen trying to make his way across the street is actually getting destroyed. Now he's getting multiple. Oh my God, this poor kid. He's getting shot at by literally everybody right now as he tries to make his way in. He's hiding through the smoke right now, but there's no less than 3 teams shooting at him. As now Method making their way in from the north side, Optic having to move in from the west. While Gaxi has gone down for Welcome to South George, leaving just Larson. It's the last remaining player for that squad.
Larson known as one of the more successful snakes, at least coming from EU. The question is, how successful will he be here? It's not the easiest thing to do on Miramar, and he's getting ever closer to Loki. Valiant going out into the circle, but very little health it looked like on that vehicle. Allergen finally does get taken out, ran out of smokes, had to go out in the open, and so they're going to go out in 6th place. Optic also being dismantled. 8C getting knocked as well. Gen G taking control of the server. Optic is now eliminated by M19. 8C finished off by Chelator, and we're now at 4 teams. Larson is able to get the revive onto Gaxi, so they're going to stay as 2, but they still need to make that final push forward. Hopefully they aren't taken out by Gen G, but the circle is just about to close. Method able to make their way in due to smokes and their vehicles, but only 2 are left.
Yeah, look at how patiently Gen G has been playing this from this compound in the south here. They have not taken, I don't think they've taken fire from anybody really, except for a couple of stray shots from Larson, and now here a couple of stray shots from Method. The new circle has popped, and again, it's going to fall onto M19. The only compound that's still remaining in, well, we got a little tiny bit for Gen G.
A little bit.
But they're most likely not going to hang out there.
Yeah, M19, they're currently on the opposite end, or at least the far end. They're a little distracted by Method. They want to make sure that they clear those guys out, but by doing so, they could be giving an opportunity to another team for stealing that opposite side. They're going to want to run over there sooner rather than later. Bachelor and Stars makes his way over there, but Loki right now, he's the information called out by his teammates that WTSG are just over that ridge, and so he is holding point, staying secret, staying safe, and wants to basically catch WTSG when they're least expecting it, while the rest of Gen G, they're leaving their compound to wrap up towards him. Moleman running out in the open. A couple of shots from Larson, as well as Gaxi. Not exactly landing just yet. Moleman able to make his way, still not in the circle, but behind a tree, but the angle is discovered. The heal did come through, but Larson has the shots to knock him.
Now Raffi is in a position where he has to move. He's been hiding behind this rock for so long, but that's going to be it for Method. Larson getting the final down onto him. So now 3 teams left. We have Welcome to South George, Gen G, and M19.
WTSG know that someone's in this compound. That's why they're sending the shots. The vehicle gave it away. Now Loki's going to try and counter back with it. Should be expecting nades come in. They didn't hit, but it did blow up the door, and so the next ones that come through should be enough. But I don't think they have any frags. They're just deploying smokes, both Loki as well as WTSG. Oh, a couple of frags actually do come through. Okay, those are all smokes. Loki's the only one with the frag left, and he's actually wrapping around. He's able to make his way away. He's discovered by M19, though. Bachelor trying to throw the shots through, but they aren't going to land.
There he is. He gets the final shot into him. That's going to be Loki going down. But now Gen G, they do have vision. Quick peek. The shot does land. Wicked gets taken so low here. Gen G have the height advantage here, but they have to push in a little bit farther. M19 does have vision onto them. Welcome to South George, just hiding in the cloud of smoke that they've created for themselves. The new circle should be coming up soon. I think it's just going to go dead center, right? This is the final
No, we
circle?
have one more.
One more?
We have one more. It could go on or off of M19. We'll see what happens to their compound.
There we go.
And it's going to be half on.
Of course, it's going to go right onto them.
It's not right
Why
on,
not?
but, you know.
It's tradition. You know?
It's tradition, I suppose.
If M19 is in a compound, the circle's got to fall
So
right on
the
top
thing
of
for
them.
WTSG is that they have no clue that Loki left and got killed. They think that someone is still inside the compound. You can see their sights still trained on it. They think someone's still inside. They're about to go clear it. Gax is going to make the run in. Got the pre-fire, but no one inside. Now that they've successfully cleared that out, they're able to make the wrap up north and come in on where Method were previously taken care of. Gen G, though, they're the ones that seem to be stuck on the side. They're still stuck on top of the hill. They want to get a couple of knocks, but M19 are playing it safe. They aren't over-peaking on this. They know they have the advantage.
Yeah, there's no good way for Gen G to push into this. They know exactly where Welcome to South George is, and they know exactly where M19 is. Batulin going to get the down onto Simson. Looks like Chelador is going to try to get the res. Wicked makes his way down, but not without taking a whole chunk of health.
He steals the building away from M19. M19 gave an opportunity for anyone to get inside. That's the only building from this compound in the circle. And by pushing forward, they're forced to push forward to steal that away, but Simpson and Chelator, they're taking damage from the blue and now forced down, but they had an opportunity to deal some damage to M19. Wicked can come up huge here for Gen G, but Bachelin takes out Chelator, takes down Simpson, and Konstantin has gotten close enough to maybe contest against Wicked, but while that's happening, WTSG is also sneaking in from the right side.
9 kills now for M19. They've been a duo for quite some time now. They've just been holding this compound and just killing anything that comes near them. Wicked the only thing so far to make it through. So we have the 2v2v1. M19, Welcome to South George, and Gen G.
Wicked could very likely win this game for WTSG. M19 know that someone is in that building. They need to clear that man out first. And while that's happening, WTSG could easily go center. The problem is, right now, M19 also have a height advantage onto WTSG, which is why you can see them using vehicles, using rocks to hide themselves, because Bachelin outside of that window could easily kill him. But Larson is going to be swinging around the side. He's going to be giving assistance towards Gaxi. Gaxi should eventually be moving forward, but in 15 seconds, the blue is going to force all of this. And M19's inaction may cause them to die to the blue, if not to Wicked.
They have to move first here. Welcome to South George can play this patiently. You can see the smokes coming out. Batulin is going to push in. He knows Wicked is there, but if he spends too much time waiting for Wicked to come out, They're gonna lose their opportunity to make their way in, get a little closer. See the shots are coming out. Wicked's gonna hop out of the window here. Doesn't have vision onto Constantine just yet. I think they might have hurt each other. Wicked playing this so slowly, so smartly. The smokes have come out. The grenades are going to come out. Oh, but that's not going to find anything. Constantine going to make his run. Try to get a little bit closer. The grenade's going to be right on top of him. He's going to go down. Batulin is now right on top of Wicked. They don't see each other just yet. How do they not see each other? The smoke is right there. Wicked gets to take him very low, but he's going to get the down onto Batulin. So that's M19 going out in third. Wicked now in second place.
He has a first aid kit to heal up. This makes it a 1 versus 2 versus WTSG. They don't know where each other is, but Wicked's going to be sneaking around the side. Too many smokes. He's not going to have that much information. Going to throw a blind grenade in to clear that area out, and that could very well give his position away to WTSG, who have the 2v1 advantage. He's swinging around the side, trying to throw them as wide of a reach as he can. He spots Gaxi, gets spotted in return, however, and it's going to be Larson with the final kill. And is that 2 wins for WTSG in a row, this time with 14 kills?
Welcome to South George. Needed to do something. They came in today so low in the leaderboards. They knew that they had to make something happen on this third day of the tournament, the last day of Miramar, right before going into the final day of Erangel. And boy, they have delivered. They have 14 kill win. Gaxi with 8 of them.
Yeah, just the first 2 days and even half of today, WTSG was not the team that anyone expected to come in. But something happened after the third game, and they just suddenly started to make it work. They were what, 15 to start today.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're in top 8 right now.
We'll have to see where the scoreboard takes. As you can see, Mustache Dave bringing him up for an interview now. But another thing worth noting, MVP, one of our teams that have been finishing in the top 5 almost every game, finishing in 12th this game with only a couple of kills here.
Yeah, it's been a mixed bag for MVP today, and